It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jags and the Lions. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air, here's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. Goff to throw, in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
On 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice play here by Thomas, and I think the biggest thing that he does, Mike, is his ability to get vertical, track the ball, and then go up and compete at the highest point. And I can tell you, when quarterbacks can throw that ball anywhere on the field and just feel like their guy is going to come down with it, they don't have to be necessarily as accurate. They don't have to necessarily always be perfect. The wide receiver allows a much larger margin for error, and it's a big reason why he led college football last year in touchdowns. They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. In motion comes Thomas. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
They'll go play action with Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And as we move into the 2nd half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Marquise Bell up to make the stop. Third and long. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10. RPO, and they throw it to Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd down and 3. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. Now here's Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the 1st half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. They'll run it here with Etienne. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up. Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. See what happens on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Brendan Rice. Touchdown Jaguars. His 6th touchdown now for the season. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will score. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. He fumbled the football. The Lions have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Lawrence now to throw on first down. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's Lawrence to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. The rookie, Terrion Arnold, there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 14-10 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment.